Hello dear students, I'm Assistant Professor Rushali Ahir, and in Fermentation Technology Part 2nd, we have already started with the tetanus, and now we will study about the signs and symptoms of the tetanus. Now basically there are various symptoms caused due to the infection of Clostridium tetani, like drooling, excessive sweating, fever, hand or foot spasm. Now hand or foot spasm means, as we have already learned, that these Clostridium tetani, which releases a toxin, it stops the muscle contraction, so the hands and foot muscles, they becomes completely rigid and their contraction is inhibited or stopped. Then irritation is caused due to the toxins released in the tetanus infection. Then the person suffers swallowing difficulties and uncontrolled urination or defecation is caused, as the person cannot respond to nervous impulses, as this toxin, it stops the neurotransmitter system, so nervous impulses are not taken properly, so that person suffering with the tetanus, it starts losing its control, and uncontrollable urination and defecations are one of the symptoms of tetanus infection. See, these are the pictures of the various persons suffering with the tetanus infections. The person's body becomes completely stretched and rigid, and his spinal cord, it becomes completely rigid. He cannot contract its muscle, and a slightly curling of spinal cord is observed in the case of tetanus. Now, how does diagnosis of this infection can be carried out? Currently, as we have learned about other diseases or the infections also, generally a blood test is carried out, but in the case of tetanus, no blood test can be used for the diagnosis, and this diagnosis is completely done on the clinical basis. There are various other differential diagnosis processes which are carried for the checking of other infections, can be utilized for the diagnosis of tetanus, like master muscle spasm due to dental abscesses, dystonic reaction to phenothiasm, rabies or hysteria. These infections, they also shows near about similar symptoms like tetanus, so it can be utilized for the diagnosis purpose. Let's not go in more detail about it. We'll learn about the principle and the treatment process. Generally, the neutralization of unbound toxin with human tetanus immunoglobulins. ह्यूमन के जो भी टेटानस इम्यूनोग्लोबिन्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, दैट immunoglobulins can be used to neutralize the toxin produced by the tetanus infection or the Clostridium tetani. Then second principle of treatment, now this immunization जब भी हम करते हैं, it is basically carried out by the vaccination process, and we are going to learn in detail how does tetanus vaccine can be produced in our further lecture. We are just studying in short the principle of treatments. Then the second principle is prevention of further toxin production. पहले तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं, जो भी टॉक्सिन प्रोड्यूस हुआ है उस टॉक्सिन को न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकते हैं. Then after neutralization of that toxin, In future again the toxin should not be produced again, so we should take a preventive measure. That preventive measure can be done by wound debridement. वुंड्स को प्रॉपर क्लीन करके या फिर क्योर करके हम प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं. देन बाय यूजिंग डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ एंटीबायोटिक्स लाइक metronidazole can inhibit the production of toxins in the future. Then we can control the spasm, means the contraction of muscles which get inhibited in this case can be stopped or controlled by nursing in quiet environment. That person should be kept in a quiet environment and proper nursing should be done. Avoiding unnecessary stimuli and protecting the airway. The airway contamination can be stopped and unnecessary stimuli should be stopped to prevent the or to control the spasm. Then other supportive care can also be taken, like adequate hydration, means proper water supply should be carried out to the person who is infected. Proper nutrition should be given to that person. Then treatment of secondary infections. Other infection treatment should be given time to time. And as the muscle contractions are stopped, so that person cannot move and he becomes a bedridden. So there are chances of the bed sores developing on his body. So we should stop or prevent the cause of bed sores. Bed sores मतलब कोई भी पेशेंट अगर ज़्यादा देर तक बेड पर ही रहता है एंड देयर इज़ नो मूवमेंट्स ऑफ हिज बॉडी, तो उसके बॉडी में छाले पड़ने लगते हैं. अ स्मॉल वुंड्स स्टार्ट्स जनरेटिंग ऑन हिज बॉडी ड्यू टू लूजनिंग ऑफ बॉडी, और कंटिन्यूसली बेड पर पड़े रहने से उसके बॉडी पर वुंड्स होने लगते हैं. दैट कंडीशन इट इज़ नोन एज बेड सोर्स. सो वी शुड प्रिवेंट द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ दिस बेड सोर्स. These are the principle of treatments. Then there are various other preventive measures for the tetanus infection. This tetanus is completely prevented by the active tetanus immunization, means by properly giving tetanus vaccine or proper tetanus immunization. If it is given, then tetanus infection can be completely prevented. If once the immunization is given to any particular person, then he gets safe for next 10 years with the tetanus infection. टिटानस का वैक्सीन लेने के बाद 10 साल तक दैट पर्सन इम्यूनाइज्ड हो जाता है टिटानस इन्फेक्शन को. After 10 years, he needs to take booster dose so that he will be safe in the future. Basically, whenever to the children the DTP vaccine is provided, or a series of shots of DTP is given to the small children. This DTP vaccine, it is 3-in-1 vaccine, means it cures 3 types of infections like diphtheria, pertussis and tetanus. एक बार अगर DTP वैक्सीन दिया जाता है, then it provides the immunization against 3 types of infections. So this DTP vaccine, it is known as 3-in-1 vaccine. This immunization or vaccination can be achieved by giving the tetanus vaccine, and this tetanus vaccine, it is given by the 5 doses. टिटेनस वैक्सीन के 5 डोसेस दिए जाते हैं. दैट 5 डोसेस आर गिवन एट द 0 डेट, मतलब जब बर्थ होता है, ऑन द डे ऑफ द बर्थ दिस वैक्सीन इज गिवन. और एट द day of infection this vaccine is given. Then after 1 month, 6th month, 1 year, and after that at the 2nd year, these 5 doses are compulsory given if the person is infected with the Clostridium tetani or any metal. Generally, if any older teenager is there or adults who have sustained injury, मतलब इंजरी अगर ज़्यादा टाइम तक होती है, then specially puncture type of wounds should receive booster immunization for tetanus if more than 10 years have passed since the last booster. अगर किसी भी पर्सन को या फिर अडल्ट को इन्फेक्शन होता है, वुंड्स होता है, and if that wound remain for many days and if you have taken the tetanus vaccine, तो उसके 10 साल के बाद after 10 years he need to take a booster dose of tetanus vaccine again to increase his immunization power. Clinical tetanus does not produce immunity to further attacks. Means if once the tetanus vaccine is taken, then after 10 years it becomes inactive. So after that it does not produce any kind of immune system. So a booster dose is required. Even after the recovery of the patients, they must receive a full course of tetanus toxoids. So these are all about the signs and symptoms of tetanus, as well as various principles of treatments and preventive measure of the tetanus. Thank you.